How much was accomplished? If you go back to the first day of the offseason program in April to today, how much was accomplished?
A lot was accomplished on a mental, mental stance. Just new defense. Sometimes you're gonna have up days, you're gonna have low days, but making sure keep getting 1% better every day, and that's kind of what I did the whole time.
I mean, also, though, for you individually, physically, too, just everything you've had to overcome to get back to this point?
Honestly, it felt great. Coming back, I felt great because I worked my tail off and I had great people to help me throughout that process. But, like I said, it was only a mental stance. On a mental stance, learning new defense, communicating, being on top of my game in that way.
Have you impressed yourself?
Impressed myself? No, I feel like this is like, how would I say, a freshman year all over again. I didn't get to play last year, you know what I mean? So I'm learning a new defense again. So everything's like back to ground zero in that way. So that's why I really had to key in, do a whole lot of meetings, and make sure I grew.
Is there any apprehension physically now after that, or do you look at that as that was just a one-off, it was just a bizarre play, and
I just look at it as like was one of those 1 in a million plays, thinking to myself like, could have been so many times I came in for a crazy tackle or smacked somebody and I went fine, and that's the way I got injured. So, but at the end of the day, I think I worked my tail off to get here, and I'm leaving the past to be the past, and I'm in the now, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at this defense with so many different faces, so many veterans that are not going to be a part of this, and they're going to be leaning on guys like you. Does it change your approach and the other guys that, were the younger guys before on this defense?
I think the responsibility part is, it's big, and I'm used to, having things expected of me and all that. Everywhere I went, I'm used to that. So it's not new to me. Like I said, it's making sure I key into the things that are important. Film study, communicating with the team, making sure we all talk, we all connect, so we can play, without thinking too much. Yeah.
And lastly, what are you going to do for the next month? Are you going to hang here, or you got to try to treat yourself after all that time you spent?
I'm going to take probably a little 2-week break, and then after that, it's back to work.